Alright, so hello everyone. This is me, my voice. I've decided to do a voiceover. So, you probably clicked on this video knowing what KAKEGURUI is and wanting to see the speed paint. So, for those that don't know, I'm gonna just give a quick summary of what it is. KAKEGURUI is this anime about a girl who's absolutely addicted to gambling and is a pro or an amazing gambler, and it's about her journey through the school, absolutely defeating everyone. She's the protagonist of the story, and I'm drawing her right now, well, inking her. The reason why I didn't include the sketch process this time is because it took me a long time to sketch her, because I was trying to get the essence of Yumeko Jabami in my style and like not skew her in any way, shape or form, because whatever I do, I mean, this is my first fan art, but in thinking of doing fan art, you know, you don't want to disappoint or trigger anybody who's like a hardcore fan of something. So you kind of got to be careful with what you draw. I mean, and how you draw it. So yeah, moving on. The person that I'm drawing now, aka Kirari Momobami, her eyes, while I'm perfecting her eyes basically. She's the student council president of the school that Yumeko Jabami is going to, and she's the one that Yumeko Jabami wants to gamble with. So obviously, that is pretty much what anime is about. It's about gambling, and that is pretty much all there is to it. Sounds like a simple concept, but it brings it across very dramatically and very interesting. In a very interesting way. And by the way, what you're seeing now is Yumeko Jabami. That was Yumeko Jabami in the anime style. And I should bring up Kirari Momobami sometime later on. Anyway, another thing that I want to mention is that I hope you don't mind voiceover this time. And again, there are a couple of like clips of ins and outs where you see something just appear in the drawing and you're like, how did I get there? And that is where I have to say that my computer, I'm using some kind of recording that is like in the computer, some Xbox recording thingy, and it clips in and clips out. Sometimes it runs fine, but sometimes it doesn't. It's probably because I have a lot of tabs open and I'm doing a lot of stuff at the same time. So yeah. Alright, let me talk more about the speed paint now. You see her eyelids, I decided to change those. Later on during the speed paint. I'm really glad with the color that I came up with for her eyes. And I believe that I think I pretty much captured the essence of Yumeko Jabami pretty well in my style. I was proud of the end result, which you will see at the end of this video. And I'm pretty excited about it, and please let me know what you think. So I'd like to also explain something about my process. What I usually do personally is I create the sketch and then I ink the sketch, and then, well, actually I just started doing this recently, and by recently I did it once before, but I found it pretty effective, so I'm deciding to do it again. And this is me basically inking, and then I use the smooth brush and then just smooth out the edges to like leave one hard edge and then smooth out the rest, and then it gives it that kind of realistic look in a sense. So I kind of like doing that, and I'm probably gonna do it in my other drawings, so you're probably gonna see it. I may leave some lines there without like smoothing one side of them out, but yeah. Also, like the white freckle dot things that you see on her cheek, like I love to add those absolutely everywhere. If you watch the last speed paint that I did, that I titled Girls of the Galaxy, oh, by the way, there is Kirari Momobami. You saw, oh yes, the freckles. Yeah, I just like to add them because to me, maybe it's like my style and the fact that I need to learn more, but to me, it's just the fact that I have to add something to the face, you know, like the cheeks seem kind of empty. Like I'll add like a tattoo or something, and then if I don't add a tattoo, I'll add like the glitter or freckles or whatever. And yeah, oh, and do you see me, like I'm literally flipping through like different layers? Do you see that one black dash? Like I'm getting so triggered. I can just remember myself getting triggered over that one thing. I was trying to erase it and I had to go through. That happens sometimes where I have that one mark that I randomly somehow make, and then I have to go through every single layer to find out where I put it and then erase it. So yeah, that was that. And in terms of Kirari Momobami, to be honest, all I had to do was sketch her once and I got her pretty well. I don't know, but maybe that's just how familiar I am with her as a character, or maybe I'm used to drawing her more, or her type of character more. I'm not too sure, but yes, that's her. And yeah, this is me trying to add stuff to the cheeks as well, because I find out that if I don't, the cheeks end up, or the face ends up looking flat. But if I add too much of that and I don't smooth it out enough, then she kind of looks old. So I have to be kind of careful as well. Okay, so moving on. Another thing that I want to address is that with Kirari Momobami, the reason why I decided to draw her as well was pretty much to compliment Yumeko Jabami, but that, to be honest, is the only reason. I don't think I got to know Kirari Momobami as much in terms of like a solid character. They left a lot of empty information about Kirari Momobami. Oh my gosh, it's a tongue twister. Anyway, they left a lot of empty information about her. So I didn't necessarily get the chance to get attached to her or in general develop any feelings about her. So I just used her in the piece to obviously show that she is an antagonist, and not only in story, but also in her role in the piece. You know, like her palette, the colors that I use, you know, blue versus red. Yeah, you get the point. So I do really want them to bring out Kirari more in the anime when it comes out. Again, I have not read the manga, and why I have not read the manga is because whenever it comes to anime or manga, I keep them to themselves. I keep them in their separate fields. So like, this is why like I get really upset when I feel like I have to switch from an anime to a manga, or from a manga to anime. Although I never switch from a manga to an anime. The reason why is because I feel like when you jump from anime to manga, you're missing something. And when you jump from manga to anime, you miss something. Like, say you start, for me personally, say you start a story in anime, right? And you're just there. And you know, it's amazing. The colors are gorgeous. The sound is amazing. The voice acting is on fire. Yeah, you know, the whole 9 yards. And then like the anime stops because it's like in production, you know, it takes a lot of work to create an animation. And so you move on, you go and you wait and you're just like, all right, the story is way too good. I have to hit the manga up just to see what happens. And then you get sucked in, and then you see the manga, you're like, the manga's pretty good. And then like, to me, I'm just like, well, yeah, but like the color, I miss the color, and I miss like sound and like how immersive it was. It was amazing. And then with like manga to anime now, like you read something and then like for some reason the illustration in manga, like the fact that it's kept as a still illustration increases the quality of the illustrations overall, because you know they simplify things in animation because they have to animate it. So when you kind of miss that element, you know, you're just like, man, it's like you miss something when you switch between the two. So honestly, I avoid it. The only time where I haven't had that experience or something close to that experience is with Dr. Stone. When I switched from the anime to the manga, because obviously I could not wait anymore and I wanted the story to continue, I switched. Oh my gosh, I'm getting off of topic. But anyway, I switched because I couldn't wait for the story and I wanted to continue. And then I was like, wow, the illustrations are incredible, and like it made up for the sound and it made up for the lack of like color and moving images, you know. But like when it comes to other things, I don't really like it. And then now, because I've already seen the story in the manga, I don't really want to go to the anime anymore, which really sucks because, you know, the Doctor Stone anime is really nice. Anyway, while I'm here chatting about another anime, let me get back onto the current one. Yes, I am very happy with the way that I did Yumeko Jabami's eyes. Like I said that already, but yeah. And those cards. Quick disclaimer, I did not kill myself over drawing those cards. So, you know, just a quick pop in that in, because Jade could not bother to do all of that. So yeah, I did not. And the way that I did Yumeko Jabami's hair, you know, you didn't see, you just saw it pop up, so I might as well explain it to you. Is like, obviously you saw me have the main highlights, and then, you know, I just added more and like made the space smaller as the highlights brighter. And then like I added individual hair strands to make it look more detailed and more realistic. And yeah, and then however, the thing is, with Kirari, Momobami, I didn't need to add any individual strands. Well, I did, but not in that respect as much as Yumeko, because Yumeko's hair is black, so you know, when you kind of add individual strands, like dark hair, it usually helps a lot at detail, but I don't usually do that kind of stuff with light hair unless I mainly use one color and I don't differentiate and tone that often. So yeah, all right. What else do I have to talk about? This is, by the way, my first. Oh, there's a dot, by the way, on the ribbon. Don't worry, I'll get rid of that. This is my first voiceover. So, you know, before I decided to speak, I was like, all right, you know, I can get through this. I can speak for 15 minutes straight without listening to any music, because if I listen to the music, then it comes out in the recording, because I don't have any headphones in, because like wired headphones just do not work with me at all, as I have learned in many cases. I have to like get a set that are like wireless, or get wireless earphones or something. So I'm currently actually using my computer mic and my computer speakers, the built-in computer speakers, and I have to admit they are actually pretty good. They're much better than I thought they were. Anyway, moving on. What else do I have to add? Let's see. Oh, for the skin color, you notice that I noticed it in the anime. Momobami's skin color is actually really not really, but in general pretty desaturated, whereas Yumeko's is just, yeah, it's like they, in the anime with the character design, they purposefully made them opposites in like color, like how Momobami's blonde and how Yumeko Jabami is what do you call people that have black hair again? I don't remember, but she has black hair and how red eyes, blue eyes, and then even makeup and such. So I like the fact that they were opposite, because that made it really convenient for the piece. Anyway, I should be finishing up just about now by adding detail to the lips. You didn't see me add detail to Yumeko's lips, but it's pretty much the same principle. Get a darker shade, add highlight. Yes, indeed. Then all I have to do is add my signature, which I reminded myself to add. Like in case you saw that, I just wrote a messy signature with arrows so I don't forget to sign. I have to be careful about that. And yeah, overall that is my thought process for the piece. My thoughts on the anime, very thrilled for the next season. Some of the anime was very interesting, but overall I love the story. Sorry that I didn't get to show you the process of how I did her clothing either, but overall this is what I went through, and yeah, that's me trying to erase that darling. So yeah, that's the layers, that's the process, and I just like to be grateful to KAKEGURUI for creating such an amazing, for KAKEGURUI for existing, because it's an amazing anime. And yeah, in a couple of seconds, if not in a couple of seconds, no, in a minute, you're gonna see the full piece. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. That's KAKEGURUI, and take care. Like, subscribe, notifications. See you. Bye bye. Oh, Instagram. Instagram is also in the description below. So yeah, goodbye.